How's it going, wrestling fans? Thank you so much for stopping by today, and welcome to a preview predictions video for AEW Fight for the Fallen. So at the time of this recording, this event will take place tomorrow night, and I'm actually really looking forward to this one. There are quite a few matches I'm excited about, a couple that I'm not so excited about, but they could still be fantastic matches. Let's not waste any time. Let's jump into it. We have two matches on the buy-in pre-show. First, we'll go over Joey Janela, Darby Allin, and Jimmy Havoc taking on Shawn Spears, Sammy Guevara, I think is how you say it, and MJF. And this is a very intriguing matchup. As far as the information that we have available storyline-wise, we know that Shawn Spears and MJF likely are not going to get along, as Shawn Spears at Fyter Fest just blasted Cody Rhodes with a chair, and MJF was one of the first ones out to help. So we know they will not likely get along, and I can't think of any other relationships or storylines from AEW in this match anyway. Of course, Darby Allin had that draw with Cody Rhodes at Fyter Fest as well. Jimmy Havoc, I think, has taken a couple of losses. Joey Janela lost to Moxley at the last event as well. This is Shawn Spears' first match. Sammy Guevara lost at, Double or Nothing in the pre-show. And MJF, I think he lost the Battle Royal and he lost the Fatal 4-Way, but this is his first, one-on-one or two-on-two match, I believe. But I am going to pick the team of Joey Janela, Darby Allin, and Jimmy Havoc because I think Shawn Spears and MJF will have some sort of issue that will lead to their team picking up the loss, giving a big win to the other team. Now, I would love for MJF to win because he is one of my favorites right now, but I think they're setting it up to where they can excuse the loss, I guess you would say. And that's another thing. AEW has said that they are going to put a lot of emphasis on wins and losses. So a lot of these picks that I'm going to make are based around that as well, and we'll go over that as we get to it. The other buy-in show match is going to be Sonny Kiss versus Peter Avalon with Leva Bates. I'm not into the librarian gimmick at all. I really, really don't care for it. Maybe they can get it to work down the road, but right now, I do not care whatsoever about that. I think there's a lot they can invest in Sonny Kiss, so I'm going to go with Kiss to win this and close out the pre-show that way. So I don't know the order of the matches. I'm just going to kind of list them as they come to me in importance anyway. So first up, we have two unannounced matches with Britt Baker facing an unnamed opponent and B. Priestley also facing an unnamed opponent. They could face each other. I don't know. That would make sense. But since we don't really know anything else, I think if they have two separate matches, they'll probably both win those, especially Britt Baker. But if they face each other, I don't know, Britt Baker, I guess. It would be odd to put hype behind a debut match like they did with B. Priestley. So I don't know. I think I don't know. We'll just move on. And sticking in the women's division, we have Brandy Rhodes and Allie facing off against each other. So this one's a little weird. It's kind of just a random match. Brandy Rhodes is not primarily a wrestler, whereas Allie is. So to me, it makes more sense to give Allie that win, especially if it's a one-off match. But I would be okay if Brandy Rhodes picks up the win and it leads to something down the road, maybe at All Out. I don't know. But if there's a story that's involved, I'm okay with Brandy Rhodes winning. If it's a one-off, just an exhibition, never look back match, then absolutely 100% Allie should go over here, and that's who I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick Allie. I think she gets more because of the wins and losses meaning something. I think it's more important that she takes that match instead. Now, we move on to another match that was just announced. We have Winners move to All Out for the chance at a first-round bye in the Tag Team Championship Tournament. We have Dark Order versus Jack Evans and Angelico versus Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. All right, I'm a big Luchasaurus fan. I think he's just so unique, and I enjoy watching him. But Jack Evans and Angelico lost at Double or Nothing, so I don't think they're prioritizing them in the tag tournament. I don't believe we've seen Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus tag together. I think they entered together at the last show, but I'm not for certain. But Dark Order has yet to have a match, but they have been featured in angles the past couple of shows. I think they're going to stick with that, and they're going to stick to pushing Dark Order, and they will go over in this matchup. Then up next, we have Kenny Omega versus Shima. And I'm actually pretty excited about this match. I think Kenny Omega is going to go over. I think he has to go over since he has a big showdown with Jon Moxley coming up later this year. So you have to give him that momentum, that win record, since he already lost to Chris Jericho. You have to give him that win in order for that to be an even bigger match. But I expect this to be one of the top 2 contenders for match of the night, because Kenny Omega and Shima can go, and I'm excited to see what they do. Next up, we have SoCal Uncensored versus the Lucha Bros. So we just mentioned one potential match of the night candidate, and this is going to be the other, to me anyway. Lucha Bros will face SoCal Uncensored, and I'll tell you what, I think SoCal Uncensored's job, like in their contract, it says, win or lose, you must make your opponents look phenomenal. Because that is what they do. They go out, they have just bang-up matches every time with whoever they're facing. Win or lose, you even forget who wins or loses just because they do such a good job with that. But I think the Lucha Bros are going to be a centerpiece for the tag team division. They already picked up a loss against the Young Bucks at Double or Nothing, and I think they will want to get the Lucha Bros back on track and pick up the win over SoCal, who honestly, even though I just talked about wins and losses, SoCal Uncensored is such a veteran and such a great team that they could lose, 5, 6, 10 straight matches, and then they could win a tournament and not surprise anybody. That's just how legitimate they've become. So I think the Lucha Bros need this win more than SoCal Uncensored, and that will help them going forward. Up next, we have Hangman Page versus Kip Sabian. So this is one of those matches that I'm not exactly looking forward to because of the events surrounding it, in that I don't see how Hangman Adam Page loses this matchup. He's facing Chris Jericho for the championship at All Out. He cannot take a loss leading into that show. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever, especially since wins and losses matter. You can't say that wins and losses are very important and then have your first 2 challengers to the championship with one of them having a loss on the way. It doesn't make any sense, especially since he won that fatal 4-way at the last show. There's no way he loses this one. But this is a great opportunity for Kip Sabian. People know he's not going to win this match, but he can still go out there and show what he can do. And this is one of those matches where he can really benefit even in a loss. So I hope to see a very good match. I expect to see a very good match between the two. But Hangman Page definitely going over in this one. So the last match I have here, Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin Rhodes. And I'll tell you what, I have gone back and forth on this one. Because I've read over this card, and I've read over my notes on the matches a few times, and every time I read over it, it seems I switch my pick in this match, Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin Rhodes. And that's because it makes sense for both sides to win. I mean, the win-loss thing, you have the Young Bucks, who are, with the Lucha Bros, going to be a centerpiece for that tag team division. It makes total sense for them to win this match and go into that tournament undefeated. and challenge for the tag team championship. It just makes perfect sense. But then you have Cody and Dustin Rhodes with the story, their war at Double or Nothing. Now they're fighting war together against the Young Bucks. So it does make sense for them to pick up the win as well to complete that story. So I don't know. Right now I am on the Young Bucks. So that's going to be my pick. We also have Shawn Spears and the Shawn Spears and Cody Rhodes storyline that's going on. Maybe that affects the match in some way as well. I don't think we're going to have any sort of DQ or interference type finish. But maybe Shawn Spears gets involved in some way. But right now I'm at the Young Bucks. Probably after I end this video and upload it, I'll be back to thinking Cody and Dustin will win. But that's where we are right now. I think it just makes more sense. It's a safer pick with a lot of variables with Cody and Dustin Rhodes. Now, that's all the matches, but we also have Chris Jericho is being promoted as having a live microphone. So just not much to say here. It's pretty obvious, at least at first, he's going to talk about himself and probably talk about his match with Hangman Page, which, in my opinion, will bring Hangman Page out, and they'll have a little angle to hype their championship match, and that's all fine. I think part of me, though, wants just more from that. You know, I want more people to get involved, or I want it to set something else up as well. I don't know. Maybe I should just be happy with setting up and hyping the championship match. Make that feel like a much bigger deal than it already does feel. But that is all of AEW Fight for the Fallen. I am excited about it. Even the matches that I'm not as excited about, I think we can still get loads of entertainment from. So I will be posting a review video the day after, and I do hope this show lives up to what I think it can, at least on paper, what it looks like it can. So if you enjoyed this little preview prediction video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Fight for the Fallen coming up, who you would like to win, what you would like to see, And thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the video. I do appreciate it. I hope you have a great day.